It's time to get in the zone. Zone 2, that is. As a serious runner, I am obsessed with heart rate data. I believe that by training in certain prescribed heart rate zones, I can shave a few seconds off my race time. This method involves dividing my heart rate into 5 specific zones, each corresponding to a different level of effort. The heart rate zones are determined based on a percentage of my maximum heart rate and require specific runs to be done in specific zones. But because I don't actually know my maximum heart rate, it's all sort of a guess anyway. I mean, have you seen somebody's heart rate data on Strava? It's all over the place. Oh, come on. You have definitely creeped on somebody's heart rate data. Zone 1 is said to be 50 to 60% of your maximum heart rate, but this isn't even running. I wouldn't put it on Strava, so Zone 1 doesn't really exist. Zone 2 is said to be 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. Now, most coaches and training programs will say to do the majority of your runs in Zone 2. But my pace at Zone 2 is still an embarrassment on Strava, so I won't do much running here. Maybe a recovery in between ripping 400s. More than likely, my heart rate will be in Zone 2 if I'm slightly excited. You know, like looking at shoe porn. Oh yeah, those are hot.
What are you doing in there?
Nothing at all. Zone 3 is 70 to 80% of my maximum heart rate. This is where I will do most of my easy running instead of Zone 2. Zone 3 is where I start to hit a pace that is Strava worthy, and I can still call it an easy run. Sure, it might not actually be easy, but I'm willing to compromise my next workout just a little bit. It's better to compromise a workout than to ruin people's perception of how fast I am. Zone 4 is 80 to 90% of max heart rate, and where a lot of my workouts should be. But because I'm looking for praise and adoration on Strava, I'll usually skip Zone 4 and try to do most of my workouts in Zone 5. Zone 5 is where it's at. At 90 to 100% of my maximum heart rate, this zone is usually meant for short interval workouts. But it's where I'll try to do all of my workouts, including longer tempo runs, until my body forces me back down to Zone 4 or 3. Don't worry, I have a list of excuses for why I wasn't able to hold Zone 5 for an entire hour. And let's be clear, I could hold Zone 5 for an entire hour. You know, no human is limited. As a serious runner, it's not so much about actually following the zones, it's about talking about them and convincing myself that I was in the right zone even if my heart rate data doesn't match up. I know, heart rate data from wrist monitors or chest straps can be flawed, but that won't stop me from spending a small fortune on the latest and greatest tech. After all, you can't put a price on epicness.